Geez, I've started recording here several times, restarting to just kind of calm my nerves down a tidge. Something bad happened today. And it's happening to everybody watching this video. It's not just me. Look at it, I'm so distracted. Spilled a little bit of my adult beverage on my pants. You might not know it, but the same thing happened to you today. It's happened to me and happens every day. You were robbed. Slowly, knife-twistingly robbed until basically the old spruce stomper tap is gonna have nothing left to give at the pace they're going. Got a tax notice. A tax notice. Now, before you click off and go, oh, another one of these complaining about tax, okay, let's get to a little logic here. You got a pothole in the middle of your street. It's huge. It's huge. It's almost impassable. The only way to fix it is you got to get all your neighbors on the same page. You got to come up with a plan, source the materials, fix the pothole, move on with life. Most is, I know a lot of us live in good neighborhoods, but the majority of the neighborhoods, you'd be screwed. You're not getting those people together. There's no plan happening. And that's kind of my rationale around taxes. You collect a little bit of money from everybody, and it fixes infrastructure because we like to have the power on and we like to drive on the roads. And man, I'll tell you, it's awesome, top shelf, if you flush the toilet and your turd doesn't stick around to visit you for a couple days. You want it to go somewhere. Tax. With a purpose. This is theft. This is theft, and it is penalty. Look at this, right at the top in bold, the first thing, to avoid late penalties. Hey, you better pay. You better pay on time, or we'd be charging you interest. Yeah, and then you're going, well, holy, wait a minute. If I file my income tax return and you folks owe me money, I don't get any interest on top of that. There's no, I don't phone a 1-800 number. I see you owe me $20 on tax return, and if you don't pay me by such and such a date, I'm applying X amount of percent interest to that, and then you owe me. You owe me, Mr. Authority structure of who knows how the heck it works. That doesn't happen. But it sure happens the other way around. It happens in bold print, rate printed on this notice in bold print with a number and an email and a website to visit in case you need to know how much trouble you'll be in for not paying. You best be paying up. You better get to it right now. Now, I've already said I understand tax. I do get portions of it, I guess. I mean, we can get into a real steep, sticky debate here. But I think you're going to find the most hardworking, I'll say Canadians, because that's where I live, but it don't matter what country you're from. Most hardworking folks, they're kind of getting tired of it a little bit. And not in an extreme, because everything's extreme these days. You go, oh, I'm tired. I disagree with what's on this tax notice. Oh, this guy's way out in right field. We can't be listening to him. You know, he's probably getting fitted for a tinfoil hat. No. I guarantee you that your neighbor, your neighbor's neighbor, and their cousin and their grandma, you all feel the same way. And if you think you don't, it's just because you haven't brought it up. If you brought it up, every group of people you go into, most of you is going to feel the same way. There's nobody jumping up and down, clapping their hands. Oh, tax me more, tax me more. So here, let's get to the real, why this is really bugging me. I don't have a problem with the property tax. I don't have, fundamentally, at the core, I can actually picture a group of industrious people sitting around a table going, man, we've attracted a lot of folks to this area, and things are starting to go downhill. Garbage is piling up, and they're hardworking folks too. Let's just pretend this is a fairy tale. They're hardworking folks. They're farming. They're all pulling their weight. But man, there's things that are outside our capacity to kind of prop up this workings we got going on here. Why don't we just collect a few dollars from everybody? Slippery slope. I mean, next thing you know, you're collecting all the dollars from everybody. One guy's the king, everybody else has got nothing. You're lining up for bread. We're slipping back that direction here, and don't fool yourself to think we're not. Since I moved to this property 7 8 years. Now, I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm going to say this dead honest to you. The only thing that has taken place on this property is an extreme amount of hard work and determination. There's no other way to put that. I was not given the land. I was not given the funds or the resources to build the house, the shop, anything that is here. I was given help. I was definitely given a leg up through family to assist with labor and the kindness of their hearts, and I'm forever grateful for that. But brass tacks, the finances is what moves all this crap forward. Lumber doesn't buy itself. You know what I'm saying here, okay? That grass, I hope you're enjoying that. You see that apple tree? My wife's mother planted that apple tree, okay? That's a multi-generational thing, and it's very near and dear to me. So I'm grateful that we're here. But that grass back there, that sod, that kid's trampoline, the shop with half the siding job that you guys are all real familiar with because you watch all my videos, finances fueled that. Nobody gave it to me, and nobody gave you what you have. But this is starting to look like a handout, this property tax note. Let's dig into it here. Okay, so 7, 8 years I've been here. When we first got here, right in this little region here behind me, okay, there was another home. The house we live in now wasn't here. There was a trailer, mobile home, modular home, whatever. You guys are familiar with the terminology. It was an old 70s, like single wide with some additions on it. Pardon me for a sec. I say pardon because I don't know how much I'm going to edit this. It was what it was, but it was here. But the value of the property was low because of it. Now, obviously, there's been economic changes and things of that nature too, right? And you got to roll with the punches. I don't have control over the economy. Surely the people in charge at our government don't have control over the economy either, or wouldn't be spiraling out of control. But it was what it was, and the property taxes were quite low, okay? So in the course of 7 years, they have tripled, okay? They have tripled. Now, some of that is due in part because the actual value of the property has went up, and that, whilst I could argue, I got to refuel. I know all you gentlemen watching won't fault me for taking a minute to collect my thoughts. The value of the actual land has went up. I do disagree with what the land is valued at, because if this was just a bare lot, there's not a hope, not even a slightest hope, that I would sell it for what they got written down on this piece of paper as far as land value goes. No way, not a chance. And I know this for a fact because a few streets over, they're selling properties that are the same as this with more timber on them for more money, or not more money, for less money than what's on this evaluation. So you gotta think, well, where's the value coming from? Well, if you really dig into it, because I've debated, oh, don't let the wind get you there. What adds value? Well, they put a lot of value into the home. So that's the real kicker. The home drives the value of the property tax assessment where we live. So they stamp you. This is what the land's worth. Bang. This is what the house is worth. That shop over there, don't matter that the siding's not finished, okay? How many guys watching right now, leaving the comments, would go, that is a valuable asset. Is it not? Is it not? It's a big building. It's basically brand new. Nothing wrong with it. No, they go, oh, buildings don't really affect. Because I've went through the whole challenge your property assessment debate, and you can be put to a jury they have, and the whole thing's ridiculous. It's just a total farce. You know, they basically can't do nothing to help you. The home. So you're telling me the home that I broke my back, my dad donated for 2 years, every single weekend and every vacation day that he had to spare to help me build this home to put my kids and my family in. I took that initiative as everyone's running around screaming about everyone's got nowhere to live. I did that. And now, because I did that and put the effort in, you're jacking my taxes up. Where's the logic in that? Where is the logic in that? When you see a young family make improvements to a property like that, in my mind, you should go, man, we got to hold their taxes the same or take it easy, because maybe they don't have money left to give. They put it all into the homestead that they're trying to build so they can be self-sufficient and not be a drain on everything in general. And isn't that the goal? Wouldn't that be better? Less pressure on a system means the system has more opportunity to thrive. So if I'm not in the handout lineup, isn't that a good thing? No, because I put initiative, and my neighbor put initiative, and my other neighbor put initiative in to keep it a nice place, making improvements, keeping a quality of life up. They go, well, they must have more to give. We're going to jack up that tax, right? If the real estate market says that house is worth X amount, that's what we're going to do. And we're just going to jack it up until what? Until what? Until I move? That's what will happen. It has to happen that way. I have a threshold. I don't know when and if it will be met. But if you tell me at some point that this property is worth X amount of dollars, I guess I just have to call the bluff at some point. Go ahead. Here. Give me the check. Give me the check. I guess we'll load up the camper. We'll move to a more remote, smaller town and start over. Because all I'm doing is feel like giving it away. Now the breakdown and the this is where, again, I just want to recap. I'm not saying abolish all the tax, okay? There's things that just wouldn't function. It takes money to make the world go around the way we've built it. So you need a few bucks, and I don't mind helping out. I'm not even going to comment that the fact that all these tax dollars are just kind of piddled down the drain. That's for another video. I think is the split. All right, so here, half of my tax dollars, say they're for the school system. That's what it says here. Half. 50% of the tax bill is for the school. Now, is it for the school that my kids go to? No, it's just a big murky pool pot, same as all the government organizations. Man, this isn't good for your blood pressure. I want to take a moment. You guys just appreciate what I'm sitting on here, okay? There's a couple videos coming out. I want you guys to stay upbeat for what's coming. This trailer that I'm sitting on is destined for extremely special things. We're making headway. So it doesn't go directly to their school, just into the murky pot. What am I getting for that? Being told that there's not enough teachers and the class sizes are too big and all this thing. We're very fortunate. Our kids go to a good school. I got no problem with that. I'm not complaining. I mean, you couldn't pay me enough to be a teacher. It's just not in me, that type of person to do that. But is that money being utilized? It is 50% of my tax bill, the right ratio? I don't know. I just find it interesting that that's half. I think, everybody's kids are the future, and that's for sure. But I think they learn more at home, as they should. That's not the school system's fault. It's not the teacher's fault. I mean, as parents, that's your duty to that kid. They should learn the most stuff they know in life from you at home. So I don't really have a problem with that. If it's going to the school system, and I like to think with rose-colored glasses that we're raising a future generation that's going to be strong and independent. I know that's what we're trying to do. You go down the list, and here's what really kills me. Now, I'm not saying that this isn't relevant and it should be deleted or anything, so relax. I pay more in tax for the local volunteer fire department than I do to the hospital. They're two separate lines here. Fire protection, right, which is a volunteer fire department. And then it also says here, hospital. Our regional hospital, for the town that we live in. I can assure you, through recent events, people that are close to me have had experiences through the hospital, not positive, okay? It is the direct result of a system that is not functioning well because it has too much pressure on it. What relieves pressure? People that are independent, doing things for themselves, which leads to a healthier lifestyle, a better quality of life, less trips to the hospital. How do you get that? You let people keep a little bit of their own money. Why am I paying more to a volunteer fire department than to the hospital? I'll tell you what, right now, if I woke up tomorrow morning not feeling good and turned out I needed major surgery, I'm probably going to need the hospital to do that. I probably don't need them to pull a volunteer fire truck out of the fire department so they can have a look at my ticker. I don't think that's how it works, okay? Now, I don't doubt that in some cases, they have sprung into action and helped save, life, limb, or possession. I don't doubt that. I'm sure they have, and they responded to a traffic incident maybe. But I'm saying the percentage of that versus people that actually need medical help at the hospital, it's not even a ratio to discuss. I mean, I don't think you could ask that to anybody. Which should have more money? A small local volunteer fire department? Or the only hospital in the whole city? Which one? And I'm paying more. I'm paying more to the wrong one. What else do we got here? Tax. Then we pay tax. That's pretty. So let's say this. We're splitting this in half. Half the bill goes to the hospital. Okay? So that's half. The remaining, what's left, we're going to split this into thirds. Third goes to the hospital. A third goes to the district. And a heavy, heavy third goes to the fire department. I don't really have a problem with the district either. I do and I don't. They run the landfill. That's important. The garbage has got to go somewhere. I guess I do have a bit of a problem with it. What are they doing? The garbage dump? Important. Garbage is a big problem. That takes money. That's it. The rest is paperwork, man. Building permits. I'm drawing a blank. That's it. What else? What else are you offering me? Permits. Permits? The landfill? That's it. The fire department. It just blows me away. What are you doing with all this money? Because as the tax bill has went up year over year, the services do not improve. And I have no need for them to improve some of them. The hospital, sure. The rest? What are you going to improve? Hey? You going to replace a water truck? I don't know. My house isn't on fire every day. Okay? And I am taking that responsibility on myself. And as you should. We got wildfire seasons, all this kind of thing. That responsibility needs to have some onus on you. So, you've been robbed today, you'll be robbed tomorrow. I think, you either move. I don't think you can move away from it now. It's a worldly thing. So to get ahead, you got to work harder and smarter, because the volume of income you need to maintain a lifestyle that was easier 10 years ago, it's not easy now. You have to work harder. You have to make more, be happy with less, maybe. No, that's not the right way to phrase that. Not be happy with less. You should be happy with whatever you want to be happy with. Whatever you have ideals for your lifestyle, you should achieve it. But you should achieve it. It's not achieved through give-me's, right? And I wouldn't change a dang thing that I've done here. I'm going to continue to work hard. I'm going to build up and keep giving her. But I'm getting a little tired of people holding their hands out, asking me for a portion of my hard work for nothing in return. I'm probably going to stop there. How do you feel about your property tax? I don't know how it works where you live, but here they keep going up. And I'll tell you, our charge-out rate ain't keeping going up. So you guys are going to have to start looking at things differently. How do I decrease the value of my property? That's the other thing. Once the market goes up and you're branded with that dollar value on your home, you're stuck, man. Good luck going the other direction. Good luck going the other direction. If this house was gone tomorrow and I pulled in a travel trailer and started living in it, they ain't clawing back that property assessment. They want that tax dollar. There's no question about that in my mind. Appreciate you watching. We'll be on to an adventure in the next video. I know you guys probably like to watch that a lot better, but I feel good about this. I just think it should inspire discussion. And maybe we live in times where it's a good time for groups of industrious, strong thinking, hard-working folks to come together and solve problems. That's all I'm hoping for. You can't sit still. Don't sit still. Hit a new adventure. I'll see you on the next one.